I'm having a mukbang today, and what I'm having today is this is water that sustains life and brings life. I have here Frank's Red Hot Sauce, alrighty, ranch dressing, olives, tomatoes and cucumber, fried green tomatoes, and shrimp. Hello, people. Welcome to my mukbang. Okay, Lord, I thank you for this food, for your goodness, mercy, kindness, for all your many blessings, for giving me a mind to just to do something for you today and just to work with you and be the child you called me to be in these last and evil days. Truly, I thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name. So here are my shrimp. Now, I'm putting hot sauce up here. So welcome to my mukbang, my fried shrimp mukbang. Well, I've been reading Proverbs. Oh, yeah. Ecclesiastes. Nothing new under the sun that haven't already been done. And that's the truth. Put a little bit more hot sauce up here. And these are fried green tomatoes. When did I start eating these? When I saw the movie Fried Green Tomatoes. I wanted to try them, so I went on and fried me some to see what they taste like. And they were good. They were really good. Let's say welcome to my lunch table. This is lunch. I'm really glad you're joining me today. Oh Lord, I forgot a fork for your olives. Olives, we can get a fork. Maybe one day I make a Greek salad like I did last time. Remember the time I made that Greek salad? Mm. The thing is coming off of this right now. Well, you know, this wind is blowing so hard out there, it's shaking the house. Oh, well, I feel like something's on my face. It was blowing so hard, it's shaking the house. Look, I got a bunch of crumbs on my mouth. You know, it's May, it's April. Oh, was supposed to be full of rain. In March, when when spring came, we used to go and fly kites. For real. Really fly kite. We used to go and back kites and flying. We used to live over there by Brockfield School. And we would go into Brockfield Park. Not Brockfield, but the school park. We would go out there and we would fly kites. That's what the wind reminded me of. It reminded me of us flying kites when we were younger. And now, you know, I saw some people out there flying a kite. Hmm. Kites were one of the cheapest, most inexpensive toy in the store. Some people knew how to fly those box kites. Regular kite. It's a regular kite. It was a lot of fun. A little bit more hot sauce up there. A lot of parents nowadays do not take their children to fly kites. You have video games. It don't matter. I did see some people out there flying kites. You take the children out there to fly a kite. This is a green tomato. So they're talking about a total shutdown with the coronavirus. And they already closed the park. And somebody was telling me Virginia Beach was closed. I said, oh, forefront. And virus is taking more and more lives. All right, there was a man in China. They got up there and was showing people just dropping in the street. And you remember this? And everybody said that was a false video, that this virus was not like that. All right, now time has moved on. Time has moved on. Excuse me. So they're talking about people dropping at work. So now we know everything that man was talking about was real. So now they're saying that chicken broth and chicken bone broth. This is a disclaimer. I don't know how true that is, but chicken broth and chicken bone broth and tea, lemon tea. That's when you boil the lemons in there with the tea. You just take the lemons and put them in a pot and you boil the lemons. And it's supposed to help curtail the coronavirus. I don't know how true that is. And drinking this lemon tea twice a day, just to gossip, supposed to help curtail the virus. This is a disclaimer. I know nothing about this being medically proved. This is just gossip down the line. Okay, so they say that it was a doctor, a report that, and they say, excuse me, that China pulled him offline and that doctor is now deceased. I don't know if they're talking about the first doctor they say reported that or the second one. Because the first one who reported the things about the coronavirus, they say is now dead. The one who's saying, I saw somebody up there saying they were dropping dead in the street. And it was bad when China was talking. But did they believe China? No, I didn't believe nobody. No, they didn't. It is. This is a homemade butterfly shrimp. So I really don't know what I'm telling you. So they said lemon tea. You know how I take the lemons and I boil them in the tea bags. Black tea, white tea, red tea, green tea. One thing I know is that ginger makes you breathe better. I don't know if that's proven, but it really do. But if you like having on a respirator, I would recommend you eat ginger like I do. I take and boil it and eat it, drink the tea and eat the ginger. One thing about ginger, I find it do make you breathe better. If you have a cold or what have you. Well, honey, but I'm not really saying that's going to help with the coronavirus. I'm saying it helps with colds, lemon and ginger, and I know a couple of people with asthma drink it. I know somebody with asthma drink it, and they said it helps. And I really don't know what's proven about ginger because I haven't looked it up. Yes, I did. I looked it up a long time ago, but I have to re-look it up so I can put it up there. People, you might laugh at me and lemon tea and ginger. Try it anyway. Green, white, red tea, ginger, lemon. You got to boil the lemon. You got to boil the ginger, and you got to put it in there with the tea. Help with help destroy coronavirus. I don't know what it does. Just do it. I don't know what it does. And I'm not a doctor, a scientist. I do not work for any pharmaceutical company. I do not have a degree in pharmaceuticals. I'm just making a suggestion because I drank it. Now, me, myself, it do helps me breathe better. I'm not asthmatic, but after I drink it, I feel my lungs opening up, right? I can feel my lungs opening up. And that's what I'm talking about. Look high, low, and in between. Never look high. And my mama told me that. Never look high. You might miss it because it came low. Never look too low and never look too high because you might miss it because it's in the middle. So look high, low, and in between. Never scratch anything off the list. Never do this. Just dismiss stuff. You have to test everything that comes your way. You have to see if it's good or bad. Do it really help or do it hurt? I was watching this show on PBS. I loved PBS. I loved PBS when I was coming up. I loved PBS. Uh, I had a teacher in school that was telling me that he worked for PBS when I was growing up. And I was like, wow, I'm actually meeting somebody that coordinated all those shows. It was just so great. I used to love it. Well, anyway, mushroom. Well, anyway, it was this doctor on PBS. I don't know his name, but he was traveling everywhere. He was in the bushes in South America, and he was testing some things that the Indians had. The Indians had this combination of three herbs that they put together that control sugar. So the doctor sent it to the laboratory and they divided all the three herbs and said it didn't work. Controls diabetes. And so they said it didn't work. But the way I see it is they didn't mix it the way they mixed it. And they mixed all three of the herbs together. Now I'm gonna have a dessert. I think I am. I might. Yeah, I might not. When they pull the three herbs apart, this is something that grows out of the ground. It collapsed. Then they told him it didn't work. But he said, well, you're supposed to test it together, but they didn't do anything he said. They just sent it back and said it didn't work. Well, South America is on this side of the water. So you would think it was really advanced, but it's not. I mean, it was my generation, and these people were they were living in the bushes. I lose my train of thought. I might have. And so the herbs together worked. The herbs put apart was unstable. And did they ever test the herbs together? I don't know. Because, because of hatred and some other things, hatred, bigotry. Well, I can't even say it right now. But because of hatred and people being bigots and people being against people and all this kind of stuff right here, they probably didn't want to test it and put it together the way the Native Americans of South America did. Well, of course it didn't work, but at least that doctor looked. He did it. He was going out there from tribe to tribe in the forest, just testing their cures. I was amazed. I was young. I was amazed. I really was to see somebody do that. And now in South America, a lot of vegetation is dead. Um, a lot of vegetation is dead. It died with the people. And like they found, I forgot what herb it was, an herb that was rare in South America that helped with breast cancer, helped cure breast cancer. But when they found it, and I was young, it was so rare because they had destroyed a lot of vegetation. And so, right with the people, because the Native Americans in South America have diminished, and so they destroyed a lot of vegetation. But some people still went and looked for cures. That's in Africa too. Africa, I think a lot of stuff is extinct in vegetation. And testing it to see if it works. Sometimes I think people are selling extinct things, but they have to make money. You're like shea nut butter. I keep thinking shea nut butter is extinct. Because, I believe that the shea nut grew all over Africa with the African forest and a whole lot of extinct things that was in the forest. But now that the forest been killed back, Then people saying, oh, the shea nut butter tree only grows here and it only grows there. Of course it only grows there because the forest has been destroyed and condensed. And so a lot of extinct plants are in this little patch right here. But I'm a person that believes the shea nut grew all over Africa. And once you extinct a plant, and if it has any quality properties that can, heal us, suppose shea nut was the component to fight skin cancer. Well, they're not going to test it because people are ethnic. But suppose shea nut was the component that cures skin cancer. Suppose there was a component in the shea nut tree. Some people think looking at things that grow in Africa to see if they are, can cure people is like Jesus. Some people think to look at it's just too low. You understand? Just like going over there with the Indians of South America, too low. Low is when you look among the hated. They have destroyed a lot of that forest just like they did a lot of the forests of South America. Now we have a problem. We have disease, and I told you I believe like that. I really do. We have a cure going somewhere, and it was nice to see somebody that believes something I do, and them going out there to really search for a cure. Um, we have a cure out there, but we have too much hatred. And hatred brings destruction. It brings a spirit of destruction. It destroys the trees, the plants, the animals. It destroys the humans, the most important. It destroys. And because hatred destroys plants, humans, plants, animals, it also, because hatred destroys humans, plants, and animals, it destroys the cure because it's a destroyer. Does that? It's like mental illness. It blocks your mind. Like my mom used to say, you got a mental block. You got a mental block right there. Right there is a mental block. Like my mama used to say, you got a mental block. You're not listening. I don't know because I haven't researched anything. Can you imagine the fight to prove that a Brazilian plant cures cancer? They probably got an African version of it too, because they both very warm continents and they got similar plants. They most likely have an African version of it too. In Africa, more animals are grown than in South America. I believe. In Africa, you can find a buffalo like you find in America. You can find cows, many cows. Then there's some animals, I think, like in Australia, they have the kangaroo. They don't have the kangaroo in Africa, I don't think. unless it's just 16. But to find a cure, you have to have faith that there is one. Think everybody gonna die of cancer, and then you're gonna let them die because of your reasoning. But if you have faith and you believe there is a cure out there, then you'll find it. Now that's what I believe. Because I do believe there's a plan for every weird disease on this earth that is to cure us. Now they're getting near the finding of a cure for AIDS. They have some kind of PrEP pill that is for the homosexual, heterosexual, and bisexual crowd. That's not for just those people over there. But if you think like that, if you think like that, then you could bypass what can help you. You got a pill called PrEP. Now, the only way of finding a cure for AIDS, a total cure. I thought they found one. They had something they was taking in South America. Oh, antioxidants, I think it was, or something like that. That any vector, something like that. You have to look it up. Yeah, I saw that video that traced that man lineage. I was too through. Too through. Yeah, population control. I'm gonna cut this out. Way before he was, population control was. Population control was when I was a little girl. We're not gonna go into belief systems because let's talk about it. They used to do population control on African Americans. Even in the area I was in, they removed African American women wombs for being African American. Black, yeah. It's not however you want to put it. Because I'm not going to downgrade myself to be treated like some animal that they can just kill. So I believe there is a cure. Because the Lord is not going to leave us like that. And they say this disease can be transferred from an animal. Then there's a cure. I know you need something to drive fluid, like something that cures pneumonia, because they keep saying it's like pneumonia. So you might need something that cures the double pneumonia. Mm. Because of people dying of pneumonia. Flooding the fluids in the lungs, something like sacculosis, something like asthma. Or asthma is when you can't get air, something closes up inside of you. I'm telling you, if you're not allergic to ginger, try the ginger. Ginger tea, ginger juice, just pure ginger. You don't need all that stuff in it. You don't know where this stuff come from. You don't need all those chemicals. Because the chemicals just help kill you. So try some warm ginger tea with lemon, boil a lemon. What dries mucus up out of your lungs? The researchers know that. The researchers and the doctors. But God is able. And He can help us find a cure. And if you're resistant to Him and you're saying there is no cure, then you never will look for it. You just will wait for people to die. You got too much hate in you and you're saying those people over there, you just don't let those people over there die. It's not going to happen like that. Yes, it's hard being African American. And it's even harder being a female. Remember that. God is with you. He created you. And He can help us. But remember that. There is a cure. God did not leave us alone. Jesus Christ didn't leave us on this earth alone. He left us with a cure for every disease. What we do see and what we don't see. What we know is coming and what we don't know is coming. What's man-made? There's nothing new under the sun that has not already been done. You say it's man-made. I don't know if it's man-made. Ever have anybody ever heard of it? Has it ever spread it before? Is it like Bola Bola, which is rare, but pockets of it, it pops up sometimes. And so I was looking up Bola Bola. Bola Bola has something to do with the stomach and the intestinal system. It is airborne. Um, I don't know. You know, you're out there, high, low, and in between. Never say no, it's not. The doctor said that for me. He didn't say no. The doctor I went to her. And I told her all the tumors in my breast, I had a lot of them. It came from a car accident. It dissolved. And she had checked my medical record. She disputed with me. She disputed if I had cancer. She disputed if anything was in me. She stood up there and disputed with me. I just wanted to get. I went on to the test. She disputed with me about everything I said. Yet it's in my medical records. I don't know what to say. It's a cure out there. You just gotta believe that it's a cure. If you don't believe it, you'll never find it. You'll be sitting up there. You'll be worse than me, faithless Darlene. I remember times in my life when I was just faithless. That's mental faith, yeah, mental faithlessness. I just won't just faithless. I was mental faithless, and so and so I'm just I just want to live to see another day, to serve the Lord another day. All of us do. I know, right? No, but if you don't believe, you're going to be faithless. If you stand up there and hate and say just those people over there, just that girl over there, just that guy over there, just those people over there, just people over there, they're the problem. It's just going to happen to them, and you're not dealing with full debt. I mean, if you're doing that, it's going to spread. So I'm gonna tell you the gossip I heard that one hospital gossip about my area because you shared things about where you from. One hospital was misdiagnosing people and sending them back out into the public, mostly because of the color of their skin. Now that's what I heard. It said it said that when it first started. I remember from China got up there online and showed you people falling and said people just fell out dead and nobody believed them. That's the thing about some things. That I'm just amazed about. Nobody believed them. Some of the young people were talking about it. But everybody kept saying that's not true. Now look again at what's true. There's a cure. There is a cure. Can you find it? Are you going to look high, low, and in between? Are you going to try lemon tea with ginger. Are you going to say that's too low? Are you going to try chicken broth? Are you going to say that's too low? I'm trying ginger tea with lemon. What drives up cold in your lungs? What drives up your lungs? What gets all that mucus out of your lungs? What keeps you from dying of pneumonia, double pneumonia, whatever it is? Pneumonia, double pneumonia. What helps you? What heals you? You gotta search for it. You're the scientists, you're the doctors. You're the ones that care. You gotta look high, low, and in between. So this would be like cholera. There's a cure for cholera because we don't get it anymore. Earth don't get cholera anymore. You're on the verge of finding a cure for AIDS. You remember when AIDS hit? They would tell it saying AIDS was a homosexual disease. They still saying it. Heterosexual people don't get AIDS. Commercials targeted only to homosexuals. The world haven't changed that much. It's herpes. AIDS, herpes. AIDS is not transmitted through the air. I remember they used to say herpes can live in a hot tub for a certain amount of time. Now that might be something they're just saying because they think hot tubs are evil and nasty and a place for filth. You never know these people. Man, you just don't know what they're saying to you or what they're talking about. Remember, there's a cure out there. God put it on this earth because if man thought it up, God was all. God is always the Holy Spirit is always the one step ahead of them, one step ahead of humanity, one step ahead of men and women, always ahead of them, never behind. If animals really come from animals like the bird flu, then it's a cure. It's all right to talk about conspiracy theories because they're criminals in every crowd. Every crowd gets some kind of criminal running through them, some lawless person. So, God keep us, help us, and help us find the cure. And if we have the cure, it needs to be shared. There is no cure for that disease so far that we know of. I guess it's vitamin C. Aside from ginger too. Don't chew the ginger if you have because that ginger will make you not able to breathe for a minute because it's so spicy.